One broken pipe, one spilled coffee, one bad golf cart accident could lead to $100,000 in property damage. We're going to talk about today how that bill and not having the right coverage could wipe out your business and the importance of having property damage inside of your general liability policy and why it is so important and why it's not talked about enough. Hey everyone, Dolan Jablonski with the Oak Insurance Group. And for over 15 years, we've helped businesses verify the right coverage, not only with general liability, but all sorts of different types of insurance to make sure that any type of claim that comes through to their business, that they're protected, that they know what's going on. And today we're going to talk specifically about property damage. We're going to talk about what it is, what isn't covered, real life claims, so that you can understand how it could apply to your business, why it's important, why it's there inside of your general liability policy, and what it could mean for your business. So let's first start off with what is property damage coverage? So like I said, it's inside of your general liability policy. It is if you are liable for doing damage in the course of your business for someone else's property. So that broken pipe, if you're a contractor and you're a plumber and you're not paying attention and you damage someone else's pipe in the course of your work. If you're a consultant and you're on property doing work and you spill coffee on someone's server or multiple servers, there you go. $100,000 later. If you're on golf course and you do damage to golf carts, if you're on a course and you do damage to someone, if there's an errant golf shot from a golf course and it hits a car or hits someone, that's property damage. And so we're going to talk about real life examples. We're going to talk about why they matter. We're also going to talk about some ancillary coverages if you weren't able to use that property because of this claim. So let's talk about choosing the right limits. Obviously it's different for every business, and choosing the right limits can matter depending upon where are you at, how much property are you working on, do you need $1 million, do you need $2 million? If you're working around or on high dollar things like computers or a golf course, you would probably want to buy as much coverage as possible because that value of that property is really, really high. And if you damage that, where are you going to find the money to replace that? You're going to want to turn to your insurance policy and say, hey, I need you to protect me. Or if it's a contractor and it's, piping or something more electrical, right? Something that's not as expensive. Maybe the need to carry high coverages isn't as much, but nonetheless, you want the coverage to be there because you don't have to worry about $50,000 or having to worry about dealing with it at all. Again, that's why you have insurance, so that you can turn to your policy and say, hey, take care of me. If you're a contractor on site of a building and you break a glass and it's a $20,000 beautiful glass, you don't have to worry about that. Well, you have coverage in place. Or if you're there and you're a contractor and you're there with a ladder and you're not paying attention, the ladder falls and it breaks a beautiful vase, and that vase was just bought for a beautiful centerpiece and they spent $50,000 on that. Now you have coverage to take care of that. That's the point of the policy. Let's talk about what's not covered. Your own property. That's not covered. You have what's called business personal property or inland marine coverage to cover that. Again, this is other people's property where you're liable. Wear and tear. If something breaks down over the course of time, no, that's not applicable to this. Prevention tips. What are things that you can do there? Understand your surroundings, right? I have glass behind me. I'm here at a floor. I see ceiling. There's a shelf next to me. Know where you're at. Check your surroundings. How close am I to something? How close am I not to something? Train your staff to make sure there's someone else helping them. So there's a spotter. Walk through the sites before you do something. Walk through that golf course. Walk through that job site. Walk through that house. Walk through that office building. Walk through that office site. So you're fully aware of where you're at so that you can try and prevent this from happening. Most claims are preventable if you're doing the right habits and you get into doing it over and over again because you just know what to do. You're walking the job site. You're being on the same page. You have spotters. You're familiar with your surroundings. You're in the habit of doing the right things. It becomes habitual and you want to prevent these things. Reach out to the Oak Insurance Group and make sure you get the right coverage in place. Talk to us about the prevention tips to stop something like this from happening. Let us help you. Let us make sure you get the right coverage in place. 404-981-1519 or www.theoakinsurancegroup.com. Thank you.